earlier Garrett said something, and I need to know now. He said he saw Suicide Squad, and I need to know what you thought of it.
I don't want to be too mean.
Why not?
Yeah, we don't be too mean
No,
to this
be
movie.
kind.
Not too mean to this movie.
Yeah, I mean, the hype and the build of this. My girlfriend is a big comic book movie fan, and she's a big DC fan over Marvel, which I prefer Marvel stuff. So we ended up going out Friday night and seeing it. And the hype of this to be this squad of elite bad guys that's all going to team up together and go against something. First of all, I was unclear what they were going up against.
Okay.
All of a sudden, they're going up against what I thought was another teammate. There's teammates that they've shown in the promotional stuff that are like, I think have 2 lines and they're killed
Jared
off.
Leto.
The Joker.
Well, okay, yeah. There's only 7 minutes of Joker. Now, there's already articles saying there's all this there's all this deleted scene shit.
Yeah.
Now, the stuff they showed of the Joker was kind of cool because being a fan of the Batman animated series, and this is where I'll play devil's advocate in this case, kind of the things I liked about the movie.
Sure.
Being a fan of the animated series, Angel's advocate.
It's not devil's advocate. You just enjoy things about a movie.
They know what I was saying.
Yeah,
anyway,
Garrett, please.
he took all my steam.
We know.
The stuff with Harley and Joker in it, that rare occasion where you saw them on screen doing stuff, looked fucking cool, and it was shot well and interesting, but it was all done in flashbacks, so that kind of makes sense that they could get away with really avant-garde looking shots because it's just doesn't really fit into the storyline. The storyline of the movie is hoorah, Marine guys, go get the terrorist thing going down in the city.
Whoa.
It seemed, I don't know, it seemed more about Will Smith's character and this Marine elite army dude. It was entirely
I heard Will Smith was the main guy.
entirely carried by Will Smith. The entire
Who
dialogue
hasn't been mentioned in 2 years worth of
Yeah.
promotion.
It's a fucking Deadshot movie. Any of the cool stuff with some of the other characters, it was just they weren't used that well or that long. I liked the Firestarter guy, but he just wasn't in it that much.
Who the hell's in this movie? Everyone I've heard about in this movie is not in it.
It's a lot of Will Smith.
It's a lot of Will Smith.
And,
Will Smith and 5
yeah.
minutes of everybody else.
Funny.
There's some I feel for DC fans, they're gonna walk out of this going all right, I don't know, got some bad reviews, but I liked it. I thought it was cool because it gave you all these little tidbits. There's a couple little scenes with Batman,
Yeah.
and you get what's that Affleck, Ben Affleck
Batman?
as the Batman.
Is he in it?
He's in it.
Oh, so he's in
and
it.
a couple little scenes you get peppered in there, and then you get those little Jared Joker scenes. But it's the goofy tattoos and the fucking outfits and everything.
Okay, so on that subject,
Yeah.
let's not to. If you have more to say about the review, I don't want to derail too much.
No, I mean it's not. I didn't like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There was some cool stuff, like I said, that I got to see, and maybe it's definitely leading them up to make a Harley Quinn and Joker standalone movie, which that sounds a whole lot more interesting because that seems to be what they were trying to promote this as, and it was not that.
Yeah. So we were just talking about this. Now that the movie is out, and we did our Joker update thing. We talked about all this, whatever. Really, though, now it's all out.
Yeah.
What was the director's comment about the Joker being a tribute?
Yeah, you remember they released the image
Yeah.
of him with all the
That's
tattoos, and it was
damage
and
control.
everybody's like, "Hey, that sucks." They're like, "Whoa, this is not how he's going to be. This was just a tribute." Now the movie's come out and he looks exactly like that.
So what did we misunderstand that, or did we what?
I
what
thought we
happened
read
there?
it.
That's a lie.
Verbatim.
He told a lie
Well, obviously.
to control the damage of
and
everyone.
then thought people will just get
Yeah.
over
The damage.
People will just get over it eventually, and then they did, I guess.
I think the tweet got deleted.
Oh,
Really?
Well,
dude,
Do
everyone.
people at home have anything to say about that? Because I'm really curious.
What is there to say?
The character design in there
if they
is-
remember something he said, or I don't know.
It's just that ugly. Everyone's got tattoos on their fucking face. It's
Hey, you know what I was
that's the
thinking
design of those characters.
I watched Purple Lamborghini.
oh,
What is
yeah.
that?
It's the music video, right?
It's the Suicide Squad music
Joker's
video.
in it too.
With Rick Ross, Skrillex, and the Joker.
Which Rick Ross? The rapper with
Yes.
the fake beard?
Yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah.
it's his song.
Not Freeway Ricky Ross. Okay, gotcha.
It's him, Skrillex, and the Joker. And the Joker has more screen time in this music video than he does in Suicide Squad.
Wow.
Seriously.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
He is like the entirety of the music video. Him walking around in the club. And it's funny because the song is like, they're singing about real stuff like, I do drugs, I got the needle in my arm. It's like real world stuff, but it's like,
Wow.
yeah, but you're hanging out with the Joker. Like, that's a comic book character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not real
What
world
are you
stuff.
doing? Yeah.
This isn't based in reality if you're hanging out with the Joker and his gang.
How? There was...
But I was watching this video and it made me think about something. Specifically, the Joker has makeup on.
Yeah.
The tattoos are over the makeup.
No, I got a closer look at this in the scenes of the movie.
How does that work?
The makeup, he's got like white powder face makeup over the tattoos.
Oh, okay.
You can see him through, but they're still there.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Now, some promotional shit is fucking different.
Some of it is like he has caked on white makeup and very distinct black tattoos, like the teardrop. and,
Yeah.
like it looks like he's been tattooed over his.
Some
makeup.
promotional stuff may be like that, but then also there's some scenes in the movie where he had definitely like makeup on over it. I don't know. The movie's really choppy and fucking. It's all
doesn't
done.
make sense.
It's a lot of it's done in flashbacks and shit. And like you're talking about this music video, there's a scene in the movie, one of the scenes with Joker in it, where it's almost like this fucking music video where he's in a club and there's like a disagreement with some other gang member, but the guy seems like a famous rapper that's got a cameo in it. He's just a shitty actor, and it just seems like they got some rapper to be in this. But I don't know. Like, there's a lot of stuff that scene didn't really see where it went, and then it was loosely connected to then, flash forward to they've left that club, that bar that they were in, and shit was just very rapid.
how legitimately? How was Jared Leto as a Joker? I don't know. 7 minutes. I know
Okay.
that was it.
So
Was he a good Joker?
he was a fine Joker because anyone to jump in that role, like Jack Nicholson did like a weird Joker.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger then did another different type of weird Joker. This is another type of weird Joker. And it's fine. The pomp and circumstance of all the hype was, I think, what made it just so, like, check out his voice. If we would have just gone to the movie and surprise Joker was in it in a couple scenes and you heard his laugh, you would have thought, oh, Joker, cool. It wasn't.
Yeah, and
it
then
wasn't
out and
anything
done.
special, and it
Yeah.
wasn't anything too annoying. There's gimmicks that this guy had that, like, he doesn't have the scars, but he's got like a Joker tattoo. They use tattoos throughout the movie in a lot of different ways with characters. But he's got it on the back of his hand, so he'll put it on people's mouths, and it looks like a hand. So it's like he had his gimmicks, but the other Jokers had their gimmicks too.
Yeah.
Well,
It was fine.
The real question is, will he win an Academy Award for his role?
No,
I read an article he beats Ledger.
I heard that. I heard
It's
he's
got to
gonna
be
better
so
than Heath
forgotten.
Ledger.
And I wonder if, like, him as an actor, is he like, thank God this fucking piece of shit's already out now, and I can stop
I
here
bet he's
reading.
loving it.
I can stop reading about what rats I mailed to Viola Davis on this
No,
week
this
and all
is
the other
fucking
bullshit.
guy who is in 30 Seconds to Mars. He's a fucking loser. He loves
Oh,
it.
whoa!
He's loving it.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a little mean.
You're just the Joker is a mass
Sean's-
murder
okay,
killer,
Sean's
and you're
jealous
saying
of
he's a
Jared Leto's
loser.
life, let's be
I don't-
honest.
I just would be careful what you say out there.
He's jealous of Jared Leto's life.
This guy became the Joker.
He wishes he was in Fight Club. He wishes he was in.
That's why I'm
Emo
saying he
Band.
was good.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different. The Joker wears like a lot of different costumes because it's all kind of done in like flashbacks.
Yeah, I saw at Comic-Con he had leggings that were the Batman symbol. So that's cool.
I don't.
I was a cosplayer.
No, no, it was
No, I
like
saw
at
that.
the
But you
DC
see-
booth, like
Yeah.
covered in glass. Or
You
whatever.
see some classic imagery like from the comic books and like even from like character designs of them, Harley Quinn and Joker from like animated series stuff. So they show him like in different outfits. Like in one scene, he's got a white tuxedo on. I think they show that in a trailer. But then you see him definitely in the stupid fucking shirtless leather trench coat with the very prominent tattoos and stuff. He's all over that movie, but like sporadically, like in little bits. I think just to keep the audience happy enough to where like, well, Joker was in it. Like 30 seconds every
He had
20
dirty
minutes.
costumes.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, now it's interesting talking about the movie and how it was kind of. A lot of people are talking about it kind of having a slapdash nature, where it's kind of like it seems just kind of act like.
Superman versus Batman was the same fucking
So
thing.
that's what I was about to say. So when I was obviously gone from the podcast last week. I was sick for a week all the way through. Right after last day of Comic-Con, I got sick from somebody.
Yeah.
And so I was sick all week. I watched more movies than ever. I must have watched 1,000 movies in that week. And I went to visit my family, and my dad bought a copy of Batman vs. Superman. He's like, if you're just laying around, because they offered to like make me food and stuff.
Oh,
They were
cool.
like, you're just laying around. You want to watch Batman vs. Superman? He's like, my dad is a huge DC fan.
Yeah.
And I love DC too. I like the DC. I like Marvel's like continuity stuff better, but I like the DC heroes the best personally. But I was like, yeah, I mean, I hear this is not good, but let's put it on. That movie, it wasn't even that. It didn't have good parts in it, but it was like, this is the best thing I could compare it to. It was like someone made a multi-part DC web series, and then someone on YouTube made a supercut of all the episodes.
String them all together.
Like, it didn't flow as one movie. It was just kind of these scenes, and it was like, all right, so what are we doing? Are they going to fight? Or it was just kind of like piece by piece by piece. Now, granted, the pieces that really not till towards the end, where Ben Affleck was Batman, I was really entertained. I liked
The scenes with Batman were entertaining.
Yeah, there was like a combat scene that felt very like Arkham City, like almost like the games where he was kind of using a lot of crafty things to take them down and stuff. And I mean, that's just inherent to Batman anyway, but it just reminded me visually of that. But that was a really cool scene. And when it was over, I thought he could have been in that movie more. He was half the title. I'm looking at the Blu-ray cover, and Wonder Woman's at the front. And I'm just like, she's not really in this.
Oh yeah, I
But they're
forgot
making
she
a
was
movie
in it.
with her, so trying to get her out there.
And that movie and Batman vs. Superman failed, so they want to put her out there. Like, she's cool. She's really cool. She's barely in the damn thing, but and even like Superman's action is cool. But when it's not that, it's like sad Superman the rest of the movie. It's, I saved this little girl, but they think I should have left her alone. I just don't know if America wants me to be here. And it's like, we need to get back to...
Good movies.
We need to get back to, good movies. But if you're going to do Superman again, man, we need to get back to good-spirited, good American Superman, helping everybody
Save
and
the day.
smiling and doing the best. But then he has to sacrifice or something.
The
You know?
whole
It's
idea of Superman being like a false god, it's like, what a made-up problem. This is a made-up world.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Don't... Fuck you.
They're killing time till Justice League, and this movie had stuff at the end of it that set it up. Suicide Squad.
So
did
anyway,
for
I mean,
Justice League.
yeah, I don't have to say much more about it than anyone else already know. Whatever. But it really was hacked up in that way, and so that's interesting to hear that again about.
No,
Suicide
there
It's
you go.
just, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. Like when you sit in the theater, like you get told a story and you can pull away from it what happened in the movie. But it's just not done in a way that I enjoy because it is like. It's like for short attention spans. It's fast fucking cuts and like...
without really a thing to hold it together.
Yeah, I mean, really loose on why the Suicide Squad was constructed, because then they're fighting one of their own, and then they are sent in on a mission, but it's a mission to just rescue someone because they fucked up, and then... I don't know. It didn't seem to... No one gave a fuck because it was like army dudes, like, you on my six? Yeah, on my six. Okay, go.
We need to get,
It was-
and that's a separate issue. We need to get the Marines and the military and out of these movies now, because like they're dominating that, the Jurassic World was embarrassing to me. Like, that was like,
Yeah, there's a lot of
these
that,
fucking
too.
dinosaurs, we need to get the fucking Marines in and kill this look at that flying fucking dinosaur, I hate that thing, get the fucking Marines out. You know, it's like, we need to get some nerds back in the movie. You know, we need to have a lawyer and a mathematician and a botanist.
Everyday Joe.
You know, how are they going to deal with the flying dinosaur? How are they going to kill that thing? I don't care what the Marines they have a bigger gun for everything. You know, it's like, that's not that interesting.
What we need is a story. A nice story.
No, I disagree.
Marines, if there's a good story, you have a
Yeah,
badass movie. And
that's
there's a
true.
lot of badass movies about military characters.
Yeah.
Oh,
But when you have a movie
a very good point.
and the idea is like,
Sicario.
here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a bunch of crazy monsters, and we're going to have them running full speed. We're going to have Marines, like, chasing them in cars, shooting them with guns. That's the movie. That's what you get with Jurassic World and Suicide Squad, and just turns into, like, boring stuff. That really doesn't make any sense,
But
because
you know
it's just
what?
there to visually make sense. And it's almost like a logic puzzle. They'll explain to you why they're doing it, but you're just watching it thinking to yourself, like, if I was a Marine, I wouldn't be doing that. And
But
I'm not even a trained Marine.
It's
and I
gotta
can tell
work.
that's
I
stupid.
am, and I was like,
It's got to work on 14-year-old boys, though. Because it did for me when I was that age, and I saw, like, Commando and Predator and...
but
Yeah,
even,
because
but
you
even
know what?
Predator has somebody that's
No, you're right.
sorry.
You scared me.
Okay.
14-year-old boys, it's like filling the gas tank. 14-year-old
Yeah.
boys are running on empty. They are little kids, or they were just a few years ago, so they've had a steady diet of Disney movies and, like, Disney Channel original movies and, like, family-friendly shit. Now that they're a teenager and their parents are like, okay, watch whatever you want. I'm going to see shit where people get their head blown off. I'm going to see shit where somebody gets bitten in half. You get about 6 years of that, and it's like, okay, now I've got my fill of that. I know what it looks like
Where's
when
the story?
everybody on screen gets shot in the head. Can we make it a little bit more interesting? That's how I feel. Sadly, some people don't get their fill of that.
Yeah.
Even Predator had the military in it, and is stripped down to a guy having to use really small things to get by. You know, the military is stripped away from it. You know, and that's what.
Yeah, and I shouldn't say Suicide Squad was all that hoorah team, but they were with the main characters, the squad of villains, throughout the entire time.
Dude, I
Yeah.
like squad-based action movies, but
I don't even like
story
squad-based
needs to be good.
shooters.
That's all I'm saying. Are we under? Do we